Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm back just to make another video about Navy boot camp. In this video I will talk about all the leadership roles that there are in boot camp. I know some people say don't volunteer, don't let them know who you are, stay hidden. I tried to do that at first. It's actually harder than it seems for some people, I guess. But I think it's better to volunteer because it lets them know who you are and shows them that you're a hard worker. So I'll go over all the leadership positions that are available throughout boot camp and the opportunities that open up with these positions. I'll start out with your first position, which is RPOC. It's the leader of the division. He takes orders straight from the RDC, and then he addresses it to the division. That role is it's a pretty big role in boot camp because you're in charge of 87 other people. So that's a big part. There's A-Rock, which is he's like RPOC's right-hand man. He assists him in making sure things are in check with the division, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And he also sings cadence whenever you're marching with the division. So you have to have a little bit of rhythm to do that one. Then you have the recruit master at arms, which it's a pretty difficult job if you're going to have friends in boot camp, because you have to tell everybody what to do. Pretty much you're the police of the division. So with that job, you ensure everybody is doing what they're supposed to do. You make sure nobody's sleeping in class, keeping things in check in the compartment, and things like that. So then next you have your port and starboard watch. These guys you really want to be friends with if you don't want to be standing too much watch in boot camp, because you do stand watch. Everybody's going to do it. Depends on how much you do. Depends on if you like, or if your port and starboard watch like you. So try to get on their good side. What their job entails is they write the watch bill, and pretty much that's it. They write the watch bill, make sure the deck log is perfect. That plays a big part in inspections whenever FQA comes in, which that'd be another video, FQA. So yeah, they play a huge part in boot camp. Those are really two big leadership positions that could move you up and advance you. Then after that you have your yeoman. There's 3 yeomen. Your first is your main yeoman. He's in charge of the other 2 yeomen. Your second one is your medical yeoman. They're in charge of setting up all medical appointments, picking up people from medical, and stuff like that. And then your third yeoman is your dental yeoman. They're in charge of same thing as medical, making appointments, picking up people from appointments, and all that stuff. That's another great position to be in, is a yeoman position. It may seem like a hard job, but it pays off in the end after boot camp. Then you have your section leaders, which is you have different sections with your racks and stuff like that, and they are in charge of making sure everybody's rack and their section is in order and good to go for inspections and keeping their section in order. So I mean, it's a pretty good job. The RDCs will come after you a lot if somebody in your section isn't in check. So if you're going to take that job, be prepared to, suffer the consequences for somebody else's mistakes. But that's what the Navy's about, teamwork, trying to build everybody up as a team. The next position will be your laundry PO. They are in charge, obviously, of collecting everybody's laundry, washing the laundry, making sure the laundry's done on time. So all that stuff. After that, you have your EPO, which is your Education Petty Officer. They are in charge of what it sounds like, make sure everybody knows what they're supposed to be studying, what's going to be on the next test in boot camp. So if you have any questions about studying or tests, those are the people to go to. They have all the PowerPoints that is provided. They have all the study guides. They have everything you'll need. So those are really good people to know and talk to. So after that, you have your APO. That's what I was in boot camp, the APO, the athletic PO. You will lead all the exercises. You'll be in charge of checking in when you go to Freedom Hall, checking your division in. You'll be in charge of knowing Freedom Hall, all the directions to go in Freedom Hall, how to get to the gyms, and stuff like that. It's a pretty fun job. I loved it, exercising with everybody, telling people how to do the exercises. It's pretty fun. Then you have your RPO, which is your religious PO. They're in charge of setting up services, not the services, but setting up people to go to the services at the chapel there in boot camp. It's on every Sunday, and then they have other services. I think on Fridays there for different things like that. They have a lot of services, so that all will be provided to you, and your RPO sets all that up. Just tell him you want to go, and he'll set it up. Then you have your male PO, which everybody loves him, especially at the end of the day when mail call is said over the speakers. So, or the 1MC, I should say. He gets the mail, obviously, passes it out. Mail is gathered every night except for Saturday and Sunday. But mail is only sent out on Sunday. So it's an easy job to get. You just have to take a test. I think we had 4 or 5 mail POs in my division. So it's an easy job. Everybody loves you because mail is gold in boot camp. Then after that, you have your damage control PO. This guy is the handyman of the division. If something breaks, he has to fix it. He's in charge of all that stuff. Repairing everything. That's his job. But that's all the leadership roles besides marching. Marching, you have your sticks. There's 6 sticks. I was stick 4, and pretty much you march holding a flag, your division flag, and you earn different flags throughout boot camp for the achievements that you make or you reach. So with all that, all these positions, you have the chance of advancing through your performance. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be in a leadership role to advance in boot camp, but volunteering and doing different things helps you stand out from the rest of your division. So there's a couple different ways to advance in boot camp. There's the depth test and your first initial PFA. You pass both of those, you advance right there. You'll find out the results of your test a couple weeks later in boot camp. And then also there's the Meritorious Promotions in boot camp. Your RDCs have the option of promoting 10% of the division. So if you have 88 people in your division, or you graduate with 88, there's a chance, 8 to 9 people, depending on your RDCs, could be promoted through their performance. So there's different awards given out at the end of boot camp and different ways you can get promoted that way. So it's good to stand out. Don't just hide out in the shadows and try not to be seen. So I know it may seem scary at first, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it being in a leadership position. So yeah, that's it for this video. So give it a thumbs up, like it, leave comments if you have any questions. I will be making more videos like this about boot camp and how things go for me in the Navy, and also A school for anybody that's going to be an MA. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.